Hello. Good evening, Timea. Birdat here. For those that don't know me yet, for those that know me, hello, welcome back. Um, I think it's. I wanted to say I think it's mostly my friends that are still just watching my videos, but you never know where it's gonna end up, who is actually watching. I haven't, even to some of my friends, we just, yeah, things are more difficult to accomplish once you become a mother and you have a 9 to 5 job, and especially, yeah, if your kid is constantly with you. I have a shared custody actually with my ex, but he is currently moving, so his apartment is kind of mess. So Django, my kid, he was mostly with me, so I didn't have much time for anything for myself. And now I have 2 days. So I decided actually to film because I've been wanting to film these events. Yesterday evening I have filmed a video about my last year's experience when I was in a club, how I got to experience something extraordinary just by case. It's interesting because one of my friends was supposed to come with me, but she canceled. But there are no coincidences, everything happens for a reason. If she was there, I probably wouldn't have that experience. And it's the video where I talk about my K-hole experience and how I exited, how I went out of my body and was in some beautiful pink dimension. And I was thinking I didn't mention, well, first of all, I wrote in the description, I don't party that way anymore. Usually maybe I drink 2 drinks, mostly Summersby, I smoke a little bit and that's it. But I've been going to ecstatic dances and that's actually where you're doing it clean. Actually, it starts with a kind of a meditation. Eventually there is cacao ceremony. Cacao is opening the heart chakra, so then you can even feel everything better. So yeah, I don't need, I mean, that was a specific occasion. The music was a bit harsher than I expected, so I was happy actually to get something. But what I wanted to say, the second thing, like, yeah, weren't you afraid that something was gonna happen? I don't have that kind of fears. I don't have many fears actually anymore, because I know the universe takes care of me. I've gone through some hard and heavy periods, and we all have. A couple of years ago, the world was divided in, some were fearing the disease and the virus, and the others were fearing what is actually happening in the world and what is happening and where it's gonna take us and what is it going to, what will be needed and such stuff. But anyhow, yeah, I don't fear. I have beautiful angels. And now the topic for this video is about past life regressions, which I've done recently. I have done them through YouTube. Actually, I found some videos. I was recommended some people. There is one girl in Dubrovnik that does it, and she has posted some videos on YouTube, the guided meditation. And the second one I did recently, where I got more insight about the information which I was interested in. So, as explained on this channel, and in general, I don't know who's watching this, I suppose, I don't know, there's some guys partying and beating down. So I don't know who's watching this and how familiar you are with everything. Mostly that my theory is all said in my previous videos. So I'm not gonna be repeating constantly stuff, just some details like, just like in my previous video, we are souls incarnating in different life experiences so that we would experience the best, all that is. And we have access to that. I think somewhere one of my first videos were about reincarnation. I have a playlist, and according to languages, if you go sort from beginning oldest to newest, then you get all the one after the other. Now, while this specific one which I was doing was getting in 3 different lives, but by accident I fell in a fourth life, just briefly, because when she is putting us in that state, she was putting me in that state, she's guiding you, you go through garden and you are in this garden, and in my garden, so the feeling which I had, because it's very, I mean, it's like 40 minutes or 50, so the things that you are seeing, you do see them, but you feel them, and your feeling actually tells you a lot. So I had the feeling I was in one of those beautiful royal symmetrical gardens, and I was just feeling annoyed, and I had this heaviness of following the rules. I was, I don't know, some royal, now imagine, you know, those I didn't see myself, but as I said, it's a lot about, because it was just quickly, I was in a garden and I just had a feeling I was this young girl, you know, with those blonde like this hair, and I was just so, all this symmetry, it's so boring, annoying, and all these rules that I need to follow, and all these, like all the things that I need to learn, and every day is the same, and the rules who I can hang with, and like, I just felt disgusted, annoyed by the rules and symmetry. And then she said, this the one that is leading me through meditation, she says, and it's a beautiful garden and you are so relaxed and you feel safe. And that is the moment when I realized that I'm not in that kind of a garden. That's when I realized that that was my fourth accidental life, because I wasn't supposed to. She didn't get me yet to the first life. So accidentally I slipped into this life, because later I saw the other 3. I said, oh my God, okay, I need to feel relaxed and safe. So I imagined quickly another like a little bit of wild garden, bushes, and a little bit darker shade. Because here it was just sun, and I was like, I was just, So I imagined another type of a garden. Okay, feel safe, la la la. Okay, and now I am in my first life. So she says, first, take a look at your feet, like check what color are you, and are you a woman, are you a man? And I felt that I am a woman. And I just felt so ugly and dull, like stupid, and just, but molested. It was like so much pain and heaviness. She said, so first we went to the hardest life. So that, I just felt, such heaviness and pain. And I was also annoyed by the society. So I felt like I was one of those women, you know, I don't know where is it precisely, in African villages where they are mutilating the women. So I just felt like that, like I was tortured by the society, like something that was normal. But the house was, it was a house, there was a man, there were children, because it asks you. So I'm not sure if it was an African village, because my house didn't look like that. But I felt tortured by the society. And I felt my teeth were just bad and hurting, and I was just hurting. Oh, and yeah, this husband, like none of it meant anything, and the children, okay, they were there. I just felt heavy. And then she asked about men and children, but yeah, I had no specific feeling about it. And then the moment of that, I'm laying, and the moment of that, so when I'm leaving the body, I was like, ah, aha, yeah. Well, I was feeling like in my life. So another feeling I had is, oh, like there must be more to life. Like, yeah, I just felt oppressed and so heavy and harsh. And I said, there must be more to life than this. Like, so in the moment I was dying, when I exited and started floating about my body, I was, oh, finally, it's over. And that in that moment, she says, like, do you have any regrets, some unsolved business? And in that moment, I see one of the children, and the kid is mad at me because I'm escaping, because I'm leaving. That was the feeling. I don't know if it was a he or she, but I just felt that, yeah, there was one child that was pissed at me because I'm leaving. So that's it. I just left. And then second life, where I am learning about magic or something like that. So I see myself, it's an old woman with gray hair. The room is quite, I don't know, grayish. I see it like that, but it's full of books, a bunch of dust and candles. And I even saw the garden. Yeah, it was like all separated from society. So I wasn't married, I had no children. I was just reading books, learning about magic. Voila, there must be more to life. I was just learning. And in the moment I died, because she takes you like that, and then you die. And in the moment I die, it was just peace. I just exited. Like, okay, I'm done with this. Like, and then the third life, where I was using the best my knowledge or my magic. So again, she takes me to look at my body, and I see that I'm a man. I'm a young man, I don't know, some 30 years, something like that, pretty handsome. How am I spreading magic? I'm playing an instrument. Year 1568, Austria. I'm playing an instrument, and like I'm playing an instrument, but like in one of the pubs, and I'm just so cheerful, and I said, oh, God, don't worry, like, you know, I was just so cheerful, like the way I was spreading magic. Yeah, I was like playing and just saying, yeah, being cheerful and saying, yeah, it's okay, don't worry, and so such things, like very optimistic and positive. And then the moment I die, so I'm laying, and I see there's a girl at my deathbed, and she's crying. She's sad because I'm dying, and I am comforting her and telling her, but also kind of like a laugh through, and I'm saying, don't worry, I will find you again. And then that was it. So those were my 3 lives. So I was really impressed by the stuff I saw, because I could see some of the repeating patterns which I have in this life. First of all, my art. Like, if you know any of my art, you know it's very a little bit of everything everywhere. So yeah, no symmetry. I cannot have symmetry. I must be crossing the rules. And I was always kind of, yeah, against societal rules, and I was living differently, quite freely. And if I think about it, the kids probably came back now, Django. And yeah, I think he might have come back, like, yeah, because I was escaping, because so when he was a baby, yeah, I was here alone, and I didn't have any friends and family. I had just my partner, but also he was working. He was all day absent. I was all day with the baby. And I had no time. I didn't have time for anything. And then I would just, yeah, I couldn't, I mean, every 2 hours, they sleep and then they eat of it. So I was happy when he would sleep a little bit so I can, and I remember that the moments when I went to put him to sleep, for me were like, yeah, I couldn't wait that he falls asleep so that I can have some time to breathe. But there's a chance that he felt it as me escaping, going away, leaving him. You're leaving me. Like, yeah, you're escaping. So, we'll see. And I was wondering, actually, later on, I figured out that I died as young. So, I certainly, knowing the magic, I did not die of disease. So, I wanted to know what happened. And I was trying to do the meditation, to do them again, the regressions, but I would fall asleep constantly. I tried like some 2-3 times and I would fall asleep. And then recently some things changed and I got access, I got permission to find out more, to find out more about it. So I saw it was, I wanted to see my soulmate, and I saw this in this one. So this one was specific to meet with your soulmate, and so the first time when we met, I saw something in the first meditation, in the first regression. It's regressions, they're not meditations. I call them meditation, but it's called regression actually into past lives. It was like the worst moment. So the worst moment was not the moment of death. The worst moment to us was she lost a baby. Like all of a sudden I just saw her and there was like a bunch of blood underneath her, and she was like ashamed and afraid, what will I say, because like she thought I will be shaming her and guilting her actually that she lost our baby. And I was like, oh, you're crazy, because she was like crying, oh, I'm sorry. And I was like, oh, you're crazy, how are you okay? Like that is the only what matters. And that was also something that was very important to me, because I had the same feeling. And when I was pregnant with Django, I almost fell from a wall. I was in Dubrovnik. And I didn't say it to my ex because I was thinking if I would ever lose a child, I was also thinking that he would be guilting and shaming me. So this was like, yeah, you see, that's how it's supposed to be. Like, yeah, are you okay? Let that, I mean, leave that aside. And it is, I don't know, human to human. Are you okay? Okay. So now in this past life, so in this past last regression, which I did like recently, where voila, I was permitted to see more. I asked because I wanted to see how did I die? Why did I die? What happened? And I was walking through the town and I saw her. So it says, yeah, how did you meet first time? I'm walking through the town and I see her and she's walking with a man through the town, and I don't know if it was her husband or her father, because I think it was a father, because if I think that she lost my child, I don't think it was a husband. Because it was another setting. It wasn't like, yeah, she wouldn't be, it would be different. Yeah, if she was married and carrying my child, we would have other worries. So that's when I saw her. So, okay, it was a forbidden love. Okay. And then I was permitted to see some of our nice moments together. And then how I die, I see just that guy coming and he just stabbed me in my stomach and left. So it was like that, very, very cold, very quick, and yeah, so done. So she's crying, and I tell her, I'm comforting her. I didn't see that now again, but it was just collecting the puzzles. And I say, don't, I tell her, her father probably, yeah, just stabbed me. Because, I think she was a noble girl, because, yeah, she was a pretty girl. When I see them walking through the town like that, probably, yeah, she was noble, and I was just a player. And in that life, the first regression I did, how did I learn in that life about magic? I wasn't shown the scenes, but I could just see a bunch of lovers, and it was one older lover from whom I learned. So I'm kind of womanizer and a pub player, and she's like a noble girl, but she's my soulmate. So, okay. So that was it. So, to be continued. When I was going to Morocco, on my way to Morocco, where I met actually this Belgian guy, the father of my child, I was reading a book from Mila, I don't know, a Bulgarian that lives in America, about past lives and reincarnations, because she was interested. She also had some health issues, because some people have health issues. So how did it even start, this entire research in past lives? It is that the psychologist or therapist they were like trying to put people back into their childhood, and then just they started stumbling upon other lives. So this one that I was reading her book, she had some health issues, and then she found a book from somebody. So basically that's how she solved her issues. And she had something with throat, and then she saw in a regression that she was a black slave, and he had a chains around his neck, and that's what was hurting her. So, and once you remember it, you heal it. And what she found is, to me, what's most fascinating, because you always think as past lives as something in the past, but from physics we know time does not exist, and this is even more fascinating, even without that fact, like time does not exist, what does that even mean? But even without that, she stumbled in parallel lives in this reality. So it's not like it was died and then born again. Like, she came across husband and wife. Husband was beating his wife, and the soul, the person that she was talking with, was both of them. The husband that was beating his wife and the wife. So I spoke about it in my former videos. I'm not going to repeat it for the people that have already watched the videos. If you haven't, go watch it. And till the next video, bye.